Welcome back to Whatever Garage. This episode, we're going to start addressing some of the bodywork, because it really looks ugly. So let's get started. But first, I need to clean up in here. This place is a mess. Where's the blower?
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew that.
Yes, we're doing body work, but one of the things I want to do is to remove the back bumper cover, because with 80 grit I don't want to tear it up. And luckily for me, I didn't put it on there very tight. The nuts on here are just finger tight, so hopefully this will come off very easily and we can have it out of the way, because this I'm going to sand with like a 220, something softer, because it's already primered, doesn't need that any body work, so I don't want to mess it up. I may have already gouged the other side with that 80 grit, or excuse me, with the 40 grit. Okay, this part here is undone. The top I think only has one nut. Where can I put you guys? But it's dark under here so I can't really show you anything. But yeah, that moves already. This side we have to do. I'll bring you back in a minute. Originally, when I put this bumper on, it's been about 2 years. I didn't put all the nuts on it, so don't ask me where the rest of them are. I have to go look through all my stuff and find them. But I used a different bracket to help spread out the weight so it didn't strain. Damn it. You gotta love that shit. I mean, why does this side feel like it's still connected? Before I go and jerking it around, let me make sure it is disconnected. In the meantime, listen to all the ping pong balls on the roof. There's always an extra bolt in there. Okay, this is not the flexible original bumper. This is real fiberglass, okay? I'll get you the name and post it in the description. It's real fiberglass. Stays more stringent, or it's stronger. The only problem is I had to take off the bumper guards that were back here, and these don't mount to this or even close to it. They stick out about like that far. So you have to make accommodations for it. All right. Oh, in the bracket, let me show you the brackets. Or maybe they're original. I thought I bought different ones. But anyway, they're like that. Each side has them. Supposed to help spread the weight out, supposedly. And this is on the fiberglass side towards the car. And then on the car, I'm gonna have to make a couple accommodations for, I think I need washers for the bolts because the bolts were sunk in. Anyway, that's that. Now, another big reason for doing that was yesterday, off camera, I was just sanding around the edges here just to see how hard it would be by hand. And I was gonna take this out, but one of the latches broke and I couldn't get to it. So I was trying to figure out how to get up behind it and push it out. I'm trying to figure out what happened to it because I feel it here. Whatever it's screwed into stripped. I tried just unscrewing it while prying it. It didn't work, so I have to do something from behind. The part it screws into has broken loose. I'm trying to hold it with my hand, but it's digging into my fingers. All right, I need a wrench. Guess it's a good thing we're going to be working outside today, so we don't have to listen to this shit all day. It's not holding anything. Oh, wait a minute, maybe that's it. Got it. I'm a genius. It was just one of these clips that came undone. Now, I can lift that out of there so that I can sand in here because this is going to get the complete paint job. I'll have to take that out too, but not right this minute. That clip's, oh, that's the rest of the clip. That's it. One of those clips broke. I'll have to replace it. All right, that's done. This is fiberglassed into the inside of the bumper. So it's J&D Corvette. And that's Bellflower, California. So it's www.jdcorvette.com. Now, it's been several years, so I would assume they're still in business. But I bought this during COVID because it took forever to get because they were on limited work hours. Still sticks. we'll try and zoom in on this right here. Can you see this? Anyway, water. Well, should I say antifreeze? So let's tighten up this hose and see if, oh yeah, that's the problem. This hose is not tight. Or this hose clamp. This hose clamp is broken. There's your problem. All right, that's why we're leaking. All right, let's see if we can't fix that. We are full of antifreeze, and I really do not wish, here, put that right there, soak it up. And I do not wish to undo this and lose antifreeze. So let's see if we can spend 3 times the amount of time it would take to undo this and put a new hose clamp on. Old hose clamp away. New hose clamp, engage. Is this one too big? I really like a thicker one on there, but I don't have one that small. All right, let's go with this one, just to see what it does. Undo it. There we go. All right, I'm going to facing this way. Oh yeah, that's perfect size, actually. Okay, so it didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to. Oh boy, that thing's really seeping now. This may be where I need to buy better hose clamps. Let's see how well this one does. Oh no, that does pretty good. Okay, soak it up. Soak up the juice. It's leaking because it wants the water on here to wipe off all the dust that's on this motor. That's what it wants. It's doing it on purpose. Alrighty, there we go. One problem wasn't even on the radar for today. And the other thing I was going to show you, you remember before when I was showing you those straps? And I was suggesting that maybe they were ground straps. I have been informed that they are not. They're not ground straps, so I'm going to assume they're just body straps, like holding this fender on here in case it ever, I guess, accident, break off, whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to compare these two, and that one looks like it's sticking out farther than this one. Well, that'll be one of those things. We'll take measurements and stuff later and figure it out. Like I said, this thing has been in a wreck before. Don't know when, don't know who. You can tell it has. We'll address it later. Now, we have been doing body work. Oh, how'd this get all dirty? That looks oily. Anyway, we did this. No, this hasn't been done yet. We started doing this one the other day, and I had to pack it up really quick because it was dark clouds on the horizon. As soon as I packed it up, put the car in the garage and went inside, poured down rain. So perfect timing. But we did complete this side, this top part, and then now we have to do the top of each fender on that side, and then I need to go back over the entire thing with 80 grit. I've only done 40 on this part, but I want to be careful because of the way it's curved. I don't want to flatten anything out using the using the DA. So we're gonna be careful with that. But we will get back to that as soon as the temperatures get a little bit better. For those of you who don't remember, and for those of you who do, this is the new piece, okay? It's not exactly like the old one, but it seems to work. I put it in yesterday, turned the gas on, didn't feel any leaks, turned it off from here, but left it in the line, and it still stayed pressurized. So I think we fixed our problem. For those of you who weren't here last week or a couple weeks ago, I broke the piece on here when I over tightened it. So that's why I had to fix it. So now we're going to test and see if it fixed my welding problem. Okay. Not sure what we're going to weld yet. I need to find a nice clean piece of metal. Oh, wait a minute. I need to weld these guys up, don't I? Yes. And this is weld through primer. So why don't we do a little tap, tap, tappity tap on this and see if we fixed it. It would be nice if we did. It really would. I will be back as soon as I set this up. All right, not sure. Where are my gloves? Yes, I said I was going to come back after I set up, but there we go. Just want this one. Undo this. All righty. We have new wire. Let's see if we have a good connection. Oh yeah, we have a good connection. Looks like speed's good. Let me turn my speed down. Let's see what we get. All right, we're sputtering a little bit, but I will say the welding is better. I just missed my mark. I think I got it too fast. It works so much better. All right, now I just need to grind that down. It should be good to go. I should probably fill in that gouge. I don't think it really matters, but let's do it anyway. Very nice, very nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy with that. I will grind it down on my own time, but I would say that was a successful fix. Long overdue. Now let's see something. That sound quit. What do you want to bet she will not weld? See, nothing happens on high. All right, just means my welder's still broken. But for our purposes, it's not. If I was trying to weld, you know, 1/4 inch plate, then yes. Now what we're gonna do, that you can see me, is we're gonna take one of the mufflers and I'm gonna have to grind off the weld on the end piece so that I can use the part that goes to the collector, because I'm getting rid of these shitty mufflers because they sound like crap and they keep getting ripped off. So I'm gonna put on the glass packs. This is all temporary, just so I can drive the car in and out, okay? Okay. Yellow. No, I'm out in the shop working. All right, sorry for the interruption. My dad called. He made it home safe. He was down for the holiday, he and his wife Linda, so I want to thank them for coming. We enjoyed the visit. Back to work. This is going to take forever. I need a much rougher grit. I think I got the wrong one on here. I mean, I know I've got the wrong one on here. I put it on. got the glass pack, but I need to get this off. Luckily, it's only tacked on. All right, she is. Ta-da! And it's not full of crap. Good. Now this one's a little bent, but I can cut it here and have this little bit here if I need it. Where's the other one? This one has a good pipe. Let's just fit it first and see what it looks like. Now, it's not going to fit without the collector part, but I just want to see how long it would be if it were in there. Oh boy. Well, it would come out right there. And unfortunately, that is still way too low. Let's turn it. God, if I could just get past that damn thing. All right, with this, with the collector on, I could get that right to there. Not sure if that would be enough. Well, hibbity dibbity. I think it'll give it a little more clearance, but what if it were right there? That's still gonna be quite low, sir. But not as low as the other one. And the other thing is it can't touch. We can't have it touching. All right. It looks like it'll work with a little finagling. Let me adjust this one real quick. All right, it took forever, but I think I got it so I can weld the ends up on it. I'm just gonna tack them up real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Have time to weld them. We'll see. You probably need to be on first. Nice and even. Good job. All right, we're having a little bit of difficulty with it sputtering, but we'll see what happens. Let's stitch this up. This thing works so much better now, in my opinion. And that's the one that's the only one that matters right now, right? Because I've got to use the welder. All right, there's one. Where's the other one? There it is. Hey. Oh, it's stainless. That's why it's not sticking. All right. Come on, dipshit. Well, isn't that just a little lumpy? But done. I should have cleaned that one better. All right, they now have the ends on there to go on the headers. We'll worry about this when we get down there, figure out how much space we have and whatnot. Do that tomorrow. It's getting cold out here, time to go. All right, it is the next day, and I was coming down here to fit the headers, and I noticed something. There's water. That's not water. What is that? It's oil. Is it motor oil? What is under there that would be leaking? Oh, it's coming off of the heater hose. Oh, I wonder if that's... No, that's something completely different. Is it coming down from up top? Is it coming down from here? Well, Houston, I have no freaking clue. Let's address that after we fit the muffler. But as you can see, this muffler sits way too low. I think it's a truck muffler. I think I'm gonna Christmas myself a new set. See, these are still way too low. We might get away with it. They're not touching. I will give them that. They're not touching, but they're way too low. All right, let me put the other one on, and then we'll find out where that oil's coming from. All right, if you recall, the reason I got these headers, excuse me, not headers, valve covers, was because of the oil that was leaking from the other ones. So we ran the car the other day, but I hadn't wiped this down, so I'm not sure if this is an actual good test or not, but look, we got oil. So I think it's dripping from here, but how would it get over there and on the hose? That doesn't make any sense. So we need to investigate that a little further. We did have the leak here, but there's no way in hell that that's gonna back up and come down here. Because remember, I found the oil in the bottom of this hose, which the only place I could think of that would be leaking to do that would be either the reservoir, but there's nothing coming from the reservoir. I mean, obviously it's not oil. There's nothing on this hose, so how would it be on the bottom? That's the question. Wait a minute. Nope, nothing. I thought I saw something, but I was wrong. There's nothing over here that would be giving off oil, except for the air conditioning unit, but that's a new refrigerant, well, whatever you want to call these things. The little metal case over here. Not the actual HVAC unit, the accumulator, I think it is. It's brand new, so there's nothing in it. There's nothing else back here that I know of. So the only thing I can think of is be spewing oil out of here, but I don't know how it got on the bottom of that damn thing. Not from there, so it's coming from the back corner. So I guess we need to start off with a new gasket. Nothing there. So it's that back corner back here. Let's look at the other side just to double check. See if they're both like that. No, this one's not leaking now. So at least we fixed that problem. I guess all we can do is check to make sure we tightened it. If not, we will get a better set of valve cover gaskets. Any recommendations? What do y'all use? Let's start the car so we can hear the muffler. I have the sound, just whatever you call it, that takes out the background noise. I have that turned off. I have you back here, and then I will come back here because the muffler comes out right here. So, and the wife's home. Oh shit. Did I unplug the car? Yes, I did. Good. So the battery won't be dead. All right, we got lights. She hasn't started in a few days, so I don't know what she's gonna do right now, okay? Sounds better than before. Not very loud, but it's got a little rumble to it. Remember, no choke. Or should I say, it's not hooked up. I think it sounds much better. Exhaust leak on that side. But no lifter noise, so I'm happy. All right, on to the next thing. Okay, if you remember, I bought one of these for the other Corvette. It is a throttle spring bracket. It's from Mr. Gasket. I got it from Summit Racing. It's 3683. That's the number, okay? And I'll show you where it goes. I am going to put mine right here, okay? That's where I put the other one. Let's see if it'll work here. If you remember, I keep having a problem with the accelerator sticking on this one. And the other day, coming back in from outside where I was sanding, the accelerator stuck when I tried to come up over the hump, and I burned a little rubber and almost ran into my angle grinder directly in, or not my angle grinder. I almost ran into that right in front of the car. I've since backed it up a little bit, but I came within inches of hitting it. So let's fix the sticky throttle. And of course I have special bolts on this one. And this one doesn't work because it's too big, and my other one is missing. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do. Be right back. Alrighty then, I found one that was a straight American imperial measurement, 3/8, okay? The problem is I got the wrong extension. Come on. There we go, now she's down on there. There. That's what you get for putting in specialty stuff to look pretty. All right, now let's try that. How did I have that? Well, crap. Should have looked at the one on the other car to see how I had it. I don't remember, but we're gonna put it however it workseth. All right, that looks like it's gonna work beautifully. Wonderful. Now, Let me readjust. There we go. Never liked these. Right there. Now, if you remember on the other Corvette, we started off with all of them hooked up and it was way too tight. And I can't get this with greasy fingers. One at a time. How about that? Middle first, middle first. And I know my hand's in your way. I apologize. But if I can't get in your way, then I can't get it done. Look at that. All right. Oh, much tighter, much tighter. But let's get in the car and see. All right, it's a little dark in here. I know. Here's my foot under the pedal, top of the pedal. She's tight. Doesn't feel like she goes all the way though. All right, let's start her up. We're good. And sitting here by the muffler, it sounds much better. All right, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for today. I know it's a little short. Technically, this is 2 days after the holidays, after Thanksgiving. I got a little bit ahead in my videos, but for the holidays, I was forced, well, I don't want to say forced. I took several days off because I had family here and I wanted to spend time with them. Okay, and now coming up, I've got to take about a week off because I got to put out Christmas decorations. And I do a whole Chevy Chase kind of thing. You know, Mr. Griswold. I put up a lot of lights and it takes me about a week to do it. So you won't notice, but you'll be getting my videos as they're before the holidays, probably at the holidays. So happy Thanksgiving, since I didn't wish it to you before. I got Thanksgiving wishes. Thank you, Jack. Hadn't heard from you in a while, buddy. I was getting worried. Remember, you guys can comment anytime. I've asked you a few questions in the last video. Nobody answered anything. But you did answer some questions that I didn't ask. Or did I? I don't know. Mr. Everett Dean, he always answers. Greg, you've been doing good lately. And then Jack, I think Jack was on vacation. We'll say that. Jack was on vacation because he didn't answer for a long time. But if y'all have any questions about your car, to see if maybe I've worked on it or if we can work on it and figure out your problem, let me know. I'd be happy to help, okay? Remember, not an expert, not a pro, not a mechanic, but I'm out here almost every day fooling around. I would say I'm an extreme hobbyist. Would that be a good word? You guys let me know. Okay, I like to piddle. Like I said, we jump back and forth between videos. This week is Corvette, next week is truck, and I believe next week we're gonna finish putting in the firewall and floorboard. If you haven't kept up with that, please switch over and watch it when it comes out. That truck is coming along pretty well so far, I do believe. Or you watch it and let me know if I'm doing it right, okay? First time ever stripping a truck down to its frame and building it back up, or any vehicle. This one was close, it just didn't get the frame off, but everything else has been redone on it, so it's practically a frame off. I'm about done rambling. I would like to thank everybody who does watch. You guys have been great for this past year and before that. I think we've been active 2.5 years now. We still need to get some more followers. I'm going to do my best to figure out how to get us out there a little more. Like I said, I'm not trying to teach anybody anything. I'm just trying to show you what I do. If I can answer stuff for you and help you, I'm happy to do it. I've helped 1 or 2 people, and it's made me feel really damn good that I could do that. Makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. And you all know I don't. But I'm not afraid to take on a problem, okay? If I've never done it, I will try it. So, coming up, truck. Next time, I don't know what we're gonna do on this. Maybe we'll investigate that oil leak, get new gaskets. Transmission, I noticed, is still leaking. I'm not sure where. It's a very small leak, but any leak pisses me off. I'm tired of these things leaking, and we all know they leak forever. The other one that I did, I told you, the power steering leaks. And we still have to address the power steering on the 81 because there's no power to the right-hand turn, but there's power to the left. So our rebuild of that power valve did not work. So this is like the third time. So remember what I said last time. I'm going to buy a new power valve for it. Expect that after Christmas, not before, okay? I'm not made out of money, but I can buy a few things here and there to keep y'all entertained. And then we still have a ton of body work to do on this one. I'm not gonna bore you with a complete straight video of body work, but every so often I'll probably throw in fast time, me sanding stuff just to keep you up to date on it, okay? If you have questions about the sanding, let me know. When I have questions, I ask my buddy who does it professionally. So if you have a question, I can ask him and get back with you. Or just go see Jason over at Paint by Curry on YouTube also, okay? He knows what he's doing. And on that note, I'm out of here. I think I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day because the kids and the wife are going to the movies and it's gonna be quiet. That was the sound that they just left. I don't know if you heard that. All right, we're out of here. Whatever garage, out.